here with Daniel Hubbard, the owner of Real Deal Exteriors, the premier exterior contractor for North Alabama. Daniel, I want to ask you about something that's been a question for me for a long time, and that is, let's suppose I'm a homeowner, which I am, and I've had my house for 5, 10, 15 years, don't have any leaks. How do I know if I am in need of a new roof?
Well, typically the life expectancy of a roof, and most roofs originally when they're done, are done with a lower grade, builder grade, I guess you would call it, a 20-year system. So the average life of a 20-year is about 15 years. It's similar, we use the analogy of tires. They say 30,000 miles on it, but you don't want to drive them till they're bald. So usually you'll have an inspection on your home in a 10 to 15 year range. Typically you'll pick a contractor that's going to take care of all your needs and inspections and then yearly maintenance. So
now, is that going to cost me a lot of money to get that done?
Usually if you're in a relationship, the inspection or the consultation, the initial consultation inspections are free.
Do you ever tell somebody they don't need anything?
Absolutely. I mean, that's one of the better news I like to share with a homeowner, to give them the peace of mind that their home's in good shape. And then if it's not and there's areas that need attention, I can usually help them build a timeline of I guess prioritize what's important at first, and then give them a track to renovate their home or remodel it.
Now, if I lived in my house, let's say only 5 years, and the life expectancy is 15, is it possible that I could need a roof?
If you're not the original owner, if the house was purchased, if it was a previously owned home that you purchased, then typically you'll have it inspected at the time of purchase, and they'll give you a timeline of the age of your roof, and then use that as a gauge to see where you're at from the timeline of the last roof being installed.
Now, what do storms do to this timeline?
Sometimes storms, one of the catastrophic things about a storm is hail, and most people are familiar with it by the recent storms we've had. And the damage it usually creates to your car is equivalent to the damage it creates to your roof. It's a composition shingle that consists of a grit or granule surface on top, and that protects the matting or the core of the shingle, and then gives it the longevity of life you should expect from the manufacturer. With the impact of hail, it knocks the grit or granule off the shingle, exposes the core, and it decreases the life of the roof. And that's why an annual inspection, anytime your neighbors are getting new roofs or you see indications like damage to your car, it's always good to have an inspection to your home.
I see. So then the idea is we have a timeline, but that timeline can be changed by the weather conditions, that kind of thing. Are there other storm damages besides hail?
Oh yeah, wind is another common problem that people tend to have, and a lot of times they don't even show up leaks initially from the damage. It's visual inspections is simple enough when with the common builder grade 20 or 3 tab product, it's an individual tab that's inclined after years lose its sealing ability, and that's one of the age related symptoms is the tab susceptible to blowing off in storms. They are, however, a stacked system, so every time you lay one, you have one that consecutively covers the next one. So if you lose a tab, you've only lost a percentage of the shingle. There are certain areas that you're prone to leaks, but it may not show up. So visual inspection is usually the best way to tell. And
people can call you for visual inspection, and it's not going to cost an arm.
None of my inspections or consultations cost anything. It's a relationship builder.
That's great. So then I guess that's why around here people say get real.
Yeah, get real.